My name is Valerie Lin. I'm the creative director of a game called Kaisuo. It's sort of like a VR puzzle game that's inspired by Chinese puzzle boxes. The gameplay is kind of like, think of it as being inside of a box that you're trying to open. For example, like there might be a box in the room, and you might slide one of the panels on the puzzle box, and the entire wall will slide with it. And sort of like that idea. So it's sort of like on the inside trying to get out sort of thing. Kind of like escape room. I realized that there was a lot of games that I really enjoyed, but there was always I was always getting into games where I'm like, well, there's something that's missing here and that I have good ideas for. When I was in my freshman year, I stumbled into another guy called Jake Green, and he and I and a bunch of other people helped found this VR organization on campus. It's kind of like the only non-bureaucratic club or like student-run club for VR, because every other sort of has to do with like, well, what school does this belong to? And so it's a centralized hub. And that's kind of how I got into VR. And it's a good place for storytelling. I like storytelling through games, or like even just like any type of system that can make you feel emotion. I think it's amazing. It was a design challenge that I wanted to play around with and to experiment. And so I started doing a lot of work for VR, realized that there were a lot of games that were really cool in the space, but essentially everybody liked to do things that were more gross motor and sort of like with guns and lightsabers, and I wanted to do something with a little bit more depth that maybe somebody who got tired of throwing things in VR would like to enjoy. And so I made this puzzle game that ultimately is about very small movements that make really, really big things move. Currently about like a 1 hour amount of gameplay. There are 2 boxes, 2 levels. And our team is so we were a student team for a while. The core team is around 7 to 8 people, but at one point we ballooned to 20 while we were in class. And now it's back to the 7 and 8, that sweet spot. And so we're working on polishing up the game, looking to release this fall, around like late August, on the Oculus and the Vive. The biggest thing that I think I've learned while being sort of like in this space is you want to surround yourself with people that are smarter than you. Like that's really important, because like then you'll learn. If you're around people that are, you know, like about your same level, or like maybe like don't have as much experience, that's really great to inspire people. But like if you want to learn, like I think it's really, really important. My team is full of people that are incredibly talented and that are better than me in a lot of things. But that's like what makes like that's like why like it's so inspiring to be around these people. So our game is called Kaisuo. It's a little hard to pronounce for some people. So it's Kaisuo. Yeah, and our Twitter handle is Kaisuo Game. You can follow us there, and then we also have a website that's www.kaisuogame.com.